Hello dear students, in this video I am solving some questions from the chapter Equilibrium. First question, for the system 3a plus 2b gives rise to c, the expression for equilibrium constant is. Four options are given as follows, right? Students, according to law of mass action, from that we can write equilibrium constant Kc expression is equal to, that is product of active masses of the products raised to the power of its stoichiometric coefficient. So product only one it is there, that is C, active mass of the C, that is C included in the square bracket, raised to the power of its stoichiometric coefficient, that is stoichiometric coefficient of C is 1, divided by product of active masses of the reactants raised to the power of their stoichiometric coefficients. So reactants are A comma B. Active mass of the A raised to the power of its stoichiometric coefficient multiplied by active mass of the B raised to the power of its stoichiometric coefficient 2. So that is, we can write this as C, active mass of the C by active mass of the A cube multiplied by active mass of the B square, which is given in the option D. Option D is right. What is the active mass of 64 grams of HI in a 2 liter flask? Atomic weight of iodine is given as 127. Option A is 1, B 2, C 5, D is 0.25. Students, active mass, that is molar concentration, number of moles divided by volume of the vessel. Active mass of the HI is equal to number of moles. Given weight is 64 is given. Atomic weight, it is a molecule, so molecular weight is equal to 1 plus hydrogen atomic mass is 1, iodine is 127, which is equal to 128. Given weight divided by molecular weight will give us number of moles. We need to calculate the active mass, that is molar concentration. So number of moles divided by volume of the vessel, it is given as 2 liters flask, right? 2 liters. So simplify it. This is 64 ones are 64 twos are, right? So 1 by 4 we are getting, 1 by 4 is equal to, on simplifying it will get it as 0.025 will get, which is given in the option D. D is right. Students, active mass is number of moles. Number of moles is given mass divided by molecular mass divided by volume of the vessel is 2 liters. So we got it as 1 by 4, which is equal to 0.25. Now let us take 2 more questions. Students, third question. Select the chemical reaction which is irreversible. First option, H2 plus I2 gives rise to 2HI. Yes, we know this is a reversible reaction, but we need irreversible reaction from the given options. O2 plus 2SO2 gives rise to 2SO3. This is an important reaction in preparation of sulfuric acid in the contact process, which is a reversible reaction. CaCO3 gives rise to CaO plus CO2, which is also a reversible reaction. AgNO3 plus NaCl gives rise to NaNO3 plus AgCl, which is a precipitation reaction. Precipitation reactions and acid-base reactions all are irreversible reactions. Even though there is a reversibility symbol is given, it is not a reversible reaction. Option D is a irreversible reaction, right? So option D is right, because it is a precipitation reaction. AgNO3 aqueous plus NaCl aqueous gives rise to NaNO3 plus AgCl will form a precipitate. Okay, there is no chance of backward reaction in this following reaction, which is a irreversible reaction. Next question, question number 4. Which of the following statements regarding a chemical equilibrium is wrong? First option, an equilibrium can be shifted by altering temperature or pressure. Yes, it can be shifted, it is possible. By changing temperature and pressure, we can shift the equilibrium, which can be discussed in the Le Chatelier principle. An equilibrium is dynamic, yes, it is continuously in the progress, right? Forward reaction is favored when catalyst is added. No. When catalyst is added, catalyst for the forward reaction also acts as a catalyst for the backward reaction. So not only forward reaction is favored when we use a catalyst, backward reaction also occurs at a faster rate. But both the processes, that is a forward reaction and backward reaction, will occur at the same rate. So which is a wrong statement. This one is correct answer. And option D, same state of equilibrium is reached whether one starts from reactants and the products. In any reaction, if you start with the reactants, equilibrium can be achieved. If you start with the products also, same state can be achieved. So option D also, this is a correct statement. Incorrect statement is required, is a wrong statement is required, which is given in the option C. Students, let us take two more questions now. Students, question number 5. In which of the following the reaction proceeds almost towards completion? Students, the magnitude of K will decide the extent of reaction, right? In the applications of Kc, equilibrium constant, Kc or K, we are done. That is, if the Kc is less than 10 power minus 3, mostly reactants are present, reaction hardly proceeds. If Kc is greater than 10 power 3, mostly products are present, almost it is goes to the completion. If it is in between this, or Kc is equal to 1 and both reactants as well as the products are present, right? So Kc or the K equilibrium constant, if it is greater than 10 power 3 or equal to 10 power 3, that means the reaction almost goes to the completion, towards the completion. So which is given in the option D, 10 power 3, K is equal to, right? So option D is right. Sixth question, a reversible reaction having two reactants in equilibrium. If the concentration of reactants are doubled, the equilibrium constant will, options are given as, becomes 4 times, become 1/4 times, 1/4 time, right, becomes 1/16 times, remains the same. Students, equilibrium constant Kc only changes with temperature. No other change will affect the Kc value. Kc only change with change in temperature. If you change the concentration, if you change the pressure, if you change the volume, if you add inert gas, whatever the other change other than the temperature change, it does not affect the equilibrium constant. So if you change the concentration, then Kc will remains the same. Option D is right. Students, let us take one more question now. Students, next question. Which of the following graph correctly represents a relation between rate of reaction with respect to time? Students, here in the first option A, it is given as with the time forward reaction, rate of the forward reaction is decreasing, rate of the backward reaction is increasing. And option B, it is given as with the time forward reaction is decreasing, backward reaction is increasing. After certain time, what is happening? They will remain a constant, right? They will remain a constant. Here, rate of the forward reaction and backward reaction, they are becomes equal at a particular time, right? So this will represent the reversible reaction which is in the equilibrium. With the time, the forward reaction, rate of the forward reaction should be equal to rate of backward reaction. So here also forward reaction and rate of forward reaction, rate of backward reaction is not same. Only in the option C it is given as which of the following graph correctly represents a relation between rate of reaction with respect to time. They should mention it as a reaction which is in equilibrium. Which is in equilibrium. Then option C is right, which represents the graph. The time versus rate, forward reaction, rate of the forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction here after this time. This is called as equilibrium point. Students, these are the 7 questions which I have discussed in the first part of question solving from the equilibrium chapter. Thank you for watching.